Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's February the 25th. We're coming to you from Rink 4 at the Camp York Complex. The second playoff game for both these teams in the U13AA division has the visiting Duffield Devils facing off today against the home team, the Mississauga Rattlers. Duffield wins the draw, controls a little bit, fires one onto the Rattlers net. Testing out Coulter. And now they take a look. Neil Rodrigo and Luca get crossed up. It splits the D. And Serrani and Leung reverse and leave it for Leung. Leung sends it up to Luca. He gets pushed off there by the defense. And then it bounces out to the middle of the ice. Leung flips it up to Neil Rodrigo. He gets caught in from behind there. And now it goes over to the Rattlers. The Rattlers look to control it. Now Sells, he just grabs it, throws a backhand into the zone, and they try and come back out with it. St. John, he sends it up to Cohen, just rolls off his stick, and now the Rattlers come into the zone. Jantz fires it into the corner. McDonald and Cohen try to grab it, and now they're just able to get it out. Scoleri pushes it forward to Cohen. Cohen, he comes into the zone, takes a look now, just misses McDonald, who is coming into the play. Now Westover grabs it, headmans it for McDonald, he leaves it for Cohen. Cohen now pushes it forward. They push away at it, and it just gets covered up there by the Rattlers goalkeeper. Of a face-off to the left of Coulter. They leave it back. Westover curls in, tries to push it back. Lansfield covering the point for him, is able to keep it in. He turns in the middle. Then he drives down the left wing side, fires a high one just past the net. Now Westover pinches in and pushes it in deep. The Rattlers look to try and get it out of the zone. Duffield tries to hem them in. Sells. He's working on Newell, and Newell takes him down. He's going to go off for interference. A hard hockey play here. In these playoffs, both teams battling for every inch on the ice. Now we'll set it up. Cohen on the draw. The Rattlers, Jantz pushes it around to the far side. They look to skate into it. And just gets out of the zone. Now Westover backs up from just on the other side of his blue line. Him and Leung play catch. Westover leaves it for Neil Rodrigo. Neil Rodrigo now comes up the left wing side, tries to get around the D, stops up, takes a look, sends it back to Leung on the point. Leung back into Neil Rodrigo. He goes for the middle of the ice, and that gets pushed out by the hard penalty kill of the Rattlers. Cohen now in the corner, spins and trying to elude, sends it in, and Neil Rodrigo skates away with it. Now he looks to set up shot behind the net, comes out, sends it to Luca to Westover, back to Luca. Luca now with a little bit of space, he walks in, he fires one off the crossbar, and it drops in the crease, and they're able to keep it out. Cohen now in behind the net, and then Luca leaves it for Leung. Leung sends it back in. Now they look to center it out, and Leung fires one just through the crease. Westover now sends it back over to Luca, to Leung, and he fires one home to make it 1-0 Duffield. With 6:12 to play here in this first period, 36 seconds remaining in the power play. And Great passing play and puck movement allows Duffield to get out to a 1-0 lead. They look to set things up. They come in the zone, and Athenyatis pushes it aside, and then Leung sends it around the boards. Now McDonald tries to headman the puck for Scolari, but just a little too far there, not enough curl on it. And with 5:51 remaining in this frame, we're going to have a face-off to the right of Athenyatis. Sells, brings the draw back. They send it up. Newell takes a shot. That hits a stick and bounces to the far side. They fire another one. That gets directed wide of the net. Now Newell, he centers one in front. And Athenyatis had to be sharp there. And he makes a save to keep it 1-0. Do it all over again. We got some fresh lines coming out here. Lansfield, Oosterhuis, and Cohen up front. Serrani and Westover on the back end. They push it to the far side. Cohen gets sprung on the break. Newell's looking to get on him. And Coulter makes a big save off Cohen as he was barreling down the ice to keep it 1-0. A scramble draw gets pushed into the corner. They go D to D and send it around to the other side of the ice. Now headmanning the puck. That comes up. Lansfield grabs it. Lansfield chips it back in deep. Cohen with a couple of Rattlers on him. And then Lansfield. He comes away with it. Lansfield tries to twist and turn away from everybody. And now Serrani pushes it in deep. A battle brewing along the boards. And now it comes out the other side. Leung, he fires another one. That hits a body in front and falls into the slot. Pushed into the corner, where they try and control it once again. Circling it around, Lansfield sends it back to Leung. He pushes it deep in behind the net. Cohen tries to chase after it. He picks it up. Now Cohen eludes a handful, sends it out in front, and it's 2-0 Duffield. A goal by Oosterhuis with Cohen, Lansfield all out there causing confusion behind the net. The linesmen today, Song and Stefani, they're going to be watching the blue lines like crazy. Reverso picks it up as he disrupts that breakout. And now Leung grabs it and he headmans it for Luca. Luca drives wide, sends it back across to Tenio Rodrigo, and it just gets pushed into the corner. Now they're all in the corner looking to set things up. Sells. He tries to control it. He reverses course for Luca. Luca has one of the Rattlers on him, joined in there by another one, and now St. John. He sends it in. And now Newell. He looks to get it out of the zone. Leung thought he was able to hold it in briefly. And now they come back out again. A pass up through the middle. Leung picks that up, headmans it to Luca, gets it to Sells. Sells now tries to drive the zone. He turns back, sends it across to Leung. Leung now comes into the zone, pushes it in behind the net, and it comes all the way around to Sells. He pushes it back to Westover. Westover, he turns, fires, and there's a big save by the goalkeeper. He leaves it there. And Newell headmans the puck. Now the Rattlers come up. 27 for the Rattlers. Farnsworth sends it across. Westover is able to get in the way of that. And now they push the puck back out. They push it up the boards and push it in deep past Serrani. Tedesco's in there with Serrani. And now Cohen and Farnsworth join the fray. Dodson pushes it back in. They try and center it. That gets steered out and down the ice. Not going to have enough steam to go for icing. Scoleri sends it in front. And then they turn it over and fire it down the ice. That one goes for icing. And with 2:03 remaining here in this opening frame, we'll have a face-off to the left of the Rattlers goalkeeper. They send it through. McDonald pushes it back to Leung. Back into the... Now they take a look. One fired just wide of the net. Now St. John. He pushes it back into the corner. That just misses Cohen. And Scoleri grabs it. Scoleri now reverses course. Tries to get it around to a handful of players. Now they come back around to the other side. They're hemmed in deep, and now they try and get it up the boards. St. John seals that off and pushes it back in. Now they look to come back out once again. This time they push it around and just get it out. Sells now. He skates back for it. Sells. Stops up with a couple of Rattlers on him. And Curbelo grabs that. Curbelo reverses it. And they are just able to keep it in the zone. St. John to Leung. Leung just misses Cohen. And that goes for icing, so we're going to have a face-off. This time to the left of Athos. Reverso and Sells on the draw. We'll bring it right into your living room here. Song's going to fire it down, they do, and Westover somehow comes away with it. Now they chase down the ice and chip it past the D. In the zone they go. The hard forecheck of the Devils, keeping them hemmed in there nice and tight. Now they come back around the other side. Trying to chip it around. We got a delayed offside. They all listen to the linesman, and then they come away. Verity now. Verity chips it into the corner. Sells with Reverso right behind him. It comes back to Verity. Verity now takes a look. He surveys the situation. Sends it back just past Jantz, and down the ice it goes. Jantz now turns behind his net. And the buzzer sounds. We'll end the first period with Duffield heading out to a 2-0 lead after 10 minutes of stop-time action. We'll be heading into the second frame. This time, 15 minutes. Both teams getting their marching orders. And Duffield's going to be coming right into your living room, left to right on your radio dial for the second period. St. John turns inside the blue line, headmans it to Cohen up center. Gets pushed a little too far. Newell grabs that. He headmans it for Farnsworth, sends it up, and they fire a shot. Athos wisely covers that up. as they were staring them down. Cohen and Farnsworth on the draw. Cohen gets tossed. Now they send it back. Newell drives deep into the corner, centers it. That gets turned over and back out. Now they're back in the zone. Leung reverses it. Tennille Rodrigo's over there with Cohen. They push it in behind the net. St. John races over, and him and Luca come away with it. Luca headmans it up the ice. A bouncing puck there. It's controlled by the Rattlers, and they push it in deep. Now Leung sends it around to St. John. And now they come away with it. A 2-on-1 developing here with Cohen. Cohen leaves it for Leung. Leung now spins, tries to push it back. Newell and Cohen, and they come out with it. Luca looks like he's got it on a string, sends it back to Serrani. Now Cohen spins, he fires a backhand, and that just sneaks under the pad and out the other side. Now they come racing over to this side. Serrani looks to get it pushed forward, and Delornier sends it up to Verity. Verity now over the red line, fires it in deep. Everybody's going off for a change. Now they look to send it back up the ice. Turnover there, and Gibbons comes in. Gibbons, he centers it. That gets pushed in behind the net and then misses everybody. Now McDonald comes up the ice with Jantz, drives into the middle of the ice. He misses everybody, and a glove save, and it's dropped in front of the net. Now they come back around. Turbello, McDonald go after it. Sells grabs it. Now it comes back out. Westover fires a shot. Scoleri. Now it comes back into the corner. McDonald with Kornacki, and Kornacki sends it down the ice. That's going to go for icing. Then we'll have a face-off with 12:33 remaining here in the second period. Getting things ready. Reverso and Sells once again on the draw. Oh, Sells gets kicked out. Scolari's in. Reverso wins it back. Newell reverses course to Clement. Back around it goes and deep into the corner. Scolari in there trying to push it around. Now it comes out to St. John. St. John winds, fires. That whistles just wide of the net. Leung now comes into the middle, sends it over to McDonald, and he goes high and off the helmet of the goalkeeper. Now they come back the other side. St. John tries to seal it off. McDonald sends it across, just misses Scoleri. Now Sells. Sells sends it back to Leung. Leung tries to get it back into Sells. Now they come back the other side. Raj with a turnover there. And Sells gets tripped up, and now the Rattlers look to come down the ice. They push it in deep. Leung shields the puck with his body, tries to head it off, and he gets it up to McDonald. McDonald now pushes it forward to Scoleri. Now they come back around, and they fire it in deep, and everybody goes off for a change. Newell now from his own zone sends it across to Jantz. Jantz with a backhand out to the neutral zone, and Serrani sends it over to Westover. Westover off the boards, just misses Lansfield, and the Rattlers look to come the other way. A turnover once again, and the speedy Cohen comes down and over the blue line, tries to split the D. And now Serrani sends it over to Westover. He fires a low shot. Lansfield has it in his skates, and then Newell grabs it and just gets it out of the zone. Now they push it back. Farnsworth picks it up for the Rattlers. He gains the blue line, but that just a step offside, and with 10:36 remaining here in the second period of a tight checking affair. We keep it at 2-0. Jantz sends it over to Dodson. They fire it in deep, and Athasiniadis drops down to cover it up and get a change. Now they look to set things up once again. Leung now fires it around the boards to Neil Rodrigo and Jantz over there. Some help by the forward as they push it in deep. Yeah, St. John sends it up to Leung. Back into the far corner. St. John looks to elude his man. Sells comes in to help out. Looks like we've got a delayed penalty upcoming here to Duffield. So with 9:56 remaining in the second period, we got a body contact penalty for 2 minutes or less. They look to control the draw, send it into the corner. The Rattlers push it around into the far side. Trying to set it up from the corner. They feed it back to the point. Send it back in on the wall. In behind the net. They spin it in front. It rolls through the crease and out the other side. Now they set it up. It's Kornacki on the point. Sends it back into the winger. Down into the corner. Looking to set it up here and try and get a shot off. Now they send it in behind the net. Works out into the corner. On the wall. And Neil Rodrigo and Westover in there. It squirts out, and now they come back once again. Push it out to the point. Back into the winger. And it comes back out. Now they look to set a shot off. Just sails wide of the net. The first minute of the power play is over. And now they send it back in. Athasiniadis blockers it into the corner. And they reverse it once again. Now Westover trying to set it up. And unable to get it out of the zone. They fire another one high and just over the net. Sells looks like he might have been able to tip that one briefly. Now they come back around. Westover off the boards. And now Newell, that gets blocked. Now Sells grabs it, tries to get it out of the zone. Unable to do that. Serrani chips it up to Sells. Sells this time gets it, and it just gets out of the zone. And there's the offside we were looking for. So with 12 seconds remaining, the next power play unit comes out. Jantz now gains the blue line, tries to head it up, just misses Reverso, who is charging into the pitcher, and Duffield's able to clear it out and down the ice. Now they come back in. Luca looks to create some confusion there. Jantz now headmans it, and it goes through everybody. Leung pushes that forward, but that hits a body. Now it comes back into the corner. And now Cohen comes away with it. Cohen sends it up to Scoleri. Scoleri, with a little bit of space, tries to get around Dodson, but he's held off there. He leaves it in the corner for Luca. Luca now with Dodson all over him. And Scoleri comes in, and he's going to go off for body contact by the looks of it. They send it back. Leung pushes it forward. Now, Cohen sends it off the boards. And just now they get it out of the zone. Now the Rattlers look to try and get it up the middle of the ice. And then McDonald just fires it out. That gets out just into the zone here. Now the Rattlers turn, set things up behind their net. They'll be happy to let them sit there for a second. Newell comes out of the zone, drives down the ice, fires a shot on net, and then Leung grabs it. And Leung tries to push it around the boards. Back out into the middle of the ice. Athelsson Yadis had to be sharp there. Everybody in front of the net. Having a little conversation. They try and push it back. It just goes through the crease and out to the far side. Now they're on the wall, in behind the net. Taking a look, seeing what they got. Reverso sends it back out to the point. Now they're into the corner. Westover tries to grab that. They battle along the boards. Unable to get it out of the zone, the Rattlers hold it in. They walk the line, send it back. A one-timer that's steered into the corner by Athelsson Yadis once again. They're back in the corner, looking to set things up. And now they come away with it. This time they're able to just get it out of the zone. They send it back to the far side. And it's chipped in deep. Westover goes after it. Serrani and his men get tangled up and they go down. No worse for wear. It comes back out. A centering pass and the one-timers just missed in front there. A shot down. That's going to do it for the power play as Scoleri comes racing out. Jantz sends it up to Corbello. He pushes it back to Newell. They try it once again. Now they send it up to Delorean in the corner. Now Scoleri, he tries to come away with it. A stick there and it gets pushed up to Neil Rodrigo. In your living room here in Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis now tries to send it out in front. That gets pushed back in behind the net. They try and come around and wrap it in tight. Unable to do that. Now Scoleri and Reverso pushes that into the corner. Jantz is in there as well. And Scoleri and Tennille Rodrigo. Deloria. Leung. He sends one in. Just bounces over Tennille Rodrigo's stick. And then they hit Raj now. Raj tries to drive wide. He's trying to get around St. John, but he runs out of real estate and goes sliding into the end boards. Now Leung tries to headman it, but just a little too far. Jantz retreats into his own zone, sends it across to Dodson. Dodson now sends it up, back over to Jantz. Jantz and Dodson play catch. Now they come around the other side. Looking to set it up. They send it back and Serrani grabs it. Serrani now pushes it back up. The D for the Rattlers look to control things. Now they try and get it back up to Cohen. Deep into the zone it goes. 3:20 remaining here in this second period. Comes back out. Jantz met there by McDonald. McDonald tries to headman it for Cohen. That's going to go down the ice. No icing, as Cohen was able to touch it on the right side of the red line. Now Verity. McDonald come together, and the puck ends up in the bench of the Devils. With an even 3 minutes remaining here in this frame. send it back. Serrani tries to push it. Now they look to go, and Serrani fires a backhand, bounces over the glove of the goalkeeper and in behind the net. Now Newell, he's going to get on his horse, try and get around everybody. He drives into the corner, centering one there, and Luke is able to push it up. Now they come back in once again. And Serrani moves forward, still has the puck, takes a look, and he fires it in deep. Now the Rattlers set things up behind their net and just send it back forward. They come off the bench. That's Lansfield, leaves it for Oosterhuis. That's blocked by big number 4. And he gets it out of the zone, and St. John sends it back to Leung. Leung to St. John. And they leave it. Once again, they send it back down the ice. And now Leung headmans it for Sells. He gets around one. He's coming down the ice. He tries to get around Dodson. Sells stops up. Turns and curls once again. Sends it back, this time to Leung. Over to St. John. St. John, he winds, fires. That one goes wide of the net. And Sells now reverses it back into Leung. That was caught up in his feet. The Rattlers are able to briefly come away with it, but they cause another turnover. And this time, Sells just pushes it into the zone. It just slides off his stick there. And Lansfield, everybody's fallen, and the beneficiary is Reverso as he goes the other way. He chips it around St. John, drives deep, centers it out in front. Nobody's home. And then it bounces around and in the back of the net to cut the deficit to 1. The Rattlers score with 37.8 seconds remaining. Not sure who got it. I think it was Verity. Reverso threw it out. There was a couple of them in there. So we're 35 seconds left in this frame now. And it is a tight checking playoff game, folks. Tennille Rodrigo. He fires one just wide of the net. Now it comes back out. Serrani holds it in the zone. Luca. And Tennille Rodrigo just has it roll off his stick. He sends it in behind the net to Scoleri. Scoleri now looks to try and center it. Comes back out. Tennille Rodrigo fires one just over the net. Serrani holds the zone. And the buzzer sounds. And we're going to skate into the third with Duffield holding a 2-1 lead. These are the types of games that you're going to have to get used to if you're in the playoffs. Everybody's coming to play today. Duffield as their teammate standing beside the bench today. Big number 28. Great to see him back at the rink. And back on the door, looking to start a new consecutive game streak. The U13AA division bench door opener, award winner, according to me. Welcome back, Mr. Foster. Now Leung tries to set it up. The Rattlers push it in deep. They send it around in behind the net. They look to control it. Gibbons sends it back to the point. That just gets over Jance's stick, and Tennille Rodrigo tries to come away with it. Tennille Rodrigo fires one, and that's steered wide by Coulter. Now Duffield looking to try and get some control going here in the corner. Luca and Scoleri. They send it back around. Tennille Rodrigo sends it back to Leung. Leung fires a shot. That hits something in front. Drops down, and they come away with it. Now they just gain the red line and look to fire it in deep. Leung reverses it to Scoleri. Scoleri now sends it up to Luca. Luca gains the zone. Leaves it for Tennille Rodrigo. He cuts into the middle of the ice. Fires a shot, and that finds the top corner to make it 3-1 with 13:53 remaining. Scoleri headmanned it up to Luca. He turned just inside the blue line. He found Tennille Rodrigo. He cut into the middle of the ice, used a couple of bodies as shields, so thinking the goalkeeper wouldn't see it, and he was able to get it just up and over the blocker to make it 3-1. Now they look to set things up. The Rattlers fire it in deep. Westover goes back for it. Raj is all over him. Sends it around to McDonald. That pushes off his stick. He sends it up to Sells. Sells now has it pushed off his stick. Sends it back to Serrani. Serrani over to Westover. Westover from his own zone. Headmans it to Cohen. Now they get it around. Sells. McDonald, a step offside. Good thing he's not a tightrope walker over Niagara Falls. He'd be pretty wet. And Leung now fires it in deep. They try and give chase. In behind the net, they tied up Newell briefly. He sends it around to the far side. St. John gets it into Cohen. Cohen now sends it across. That gets picked off there briefly by the Rattlers. Now they try and come out of the zone. They send it up. And we got an icing, and with 12:48 remaining here in this third period, we're going to have a face-off about 185 feet away. Just to the right of the Rattlers goalkeeper. Luca wins it back. Leung now walks in. He fires a low shot looking for a tip. And now the Rattlers come away with it. They headman the puck. They drive down the left wing side. St. John tries to tie his man up. They fire it through. And Curbelo knocks it in to make it 3-2. Gibbons was able to get around, and he took a shot. It snuck through. It was coming out the other side, and Curbelo skated in and just tapped it home. Buckle up your bootstraps. We got a tight one here today. They win the draw back. Westover sends it back to Serrani. Serrani up to Sells. Now Sells just has it roll off his stick. Curbelo sends it back to the Rattlers D. They get it back. Now they reverse course. Tennille Rodrigo headmans it for Sells. Sells gains the zone. Fires one off a shin pad, and it lands on the stick of Tennille Rodrigo, and he fires it home for his second of the game.
Good goal, Pedro.
They got it back to a 2-goal game. A quick response. And they win the draw back, and now Serrani goes back for it. Serrani sets up behind his net, reverses it around to Scoleri. Scoleri sends it up. That hits a stick. Sells is able to skate up, tried to get it, but Reversal, Raj and Delori. Turn it off now. Tennille Rodrigo, he fires another one. That's a pad save by the goalkeeper, and he keeps it out of the zone. They headman the puck up the middle of the ice. Westover grabs that. Now he tries to drive around. He gets rubbed out of the play. They try and flush the Rattlers out from behind the net. Now Sells sends it across. McDonald's one-timer hits something. Now they try and come around the other side. Serrani now. Serrani. He fires a shot just wide of the net. Now they bring it back in. Just bounces over Oosterhuis's stick, and he's going to be in a foot race for it. He gets tripped up. Gets pushed back into the other side. Verity tries to control it. Verity looks to get around Serrani and Sells. It's at the side of the net. Serrani pushes it around. Now McDonald and Farnsworth in there. Farnsworth wins that battle. Now it comes back around to Sells. Sells tries to send it back out in front. That hits a couple of skates and sticks, and then they just get it out to the point. A shot just wide of the net. Oosterhuis goes back for it. Now Oosterhuis sends it back around. Serrani now chips it off the wall. Now we got a odd man rush developing here. And Luca, he tries to get around too. They pull to the side. Now they try and turn the other way. St. John grabs it. St. John from just inside the zone. Gets around a couple of guys and then pushes it back into the middle. Cohen skates into it. Cohen now, he gets rubbed out of the play. Comes across to the far side. Gibbons and Lansfield working on that one. Now it comes back around. Leung. Leung drives into the zone. Looks to send a backhand out, but they turn that one over. Now they headman the puck. They chip it around St. John and push it in deep. Curbello's in there. Cohen pushes it around, and they're able to hold it back in the zone. Vitale making a better door than a window for this play. And another shot just into the corner and wide. Leung now sends it back around to the far side to St. John. St. John headmans it for Cohen. He's able to get it out of the zone. Sells skates into it. He drives the middle of the ice. Tries to get around a couple. And then turns in the corner. They bring it back out. Serrani just inside his blue line. Takes a look. He sees a little bit of space. Tries to get through them. And looks like it's glued to his stick the way he's able to hold on to it. Sells keeps it in. Fires it deep into the zone. Now the Rattlers look to headman the puck. Sells. And Scoleri. Scoleri tries to turn it over. He chips it out and down the ice. 7:55 remaining here in the period. They look to headman it. Tennille Rodrigo almost picked that one off. Sells sends it back in. Scoleri to Tennille Rodrigo and just wide of the net. Now, Sells, he looks to fire one. That goes high and over the glass into the netting. And we got 7:33 remaining here in this game. Sold out crowd here this afternoon. Standing room only, as you can see in the background. Now they look to set it up. Leung sends it in to Scoleri. He has his shot blocked there, and the Rattlers try and come back out the other way. Now they come back down. Farnsworth gets tripped up there. Leung He skates up, cuts through everybody, and it just rolls off his stick and into the corner. Now in behind the nets, Tennille Rodrigo, he spins out, fires a shot, and make it his third of the game. The Hats come raining down on the ice. Pedro Tennille Rodrigo makes it 5-2. Westover sends it up to Scoleri. He pushes it into the zone, and deep into the zone it goes. They try and seal off that corner. Scoleri and Tennille Rodrigo are in there, and a handful of other players. Now Westover grabs it. They fire it. That's blocked by the Rattlers, and they're out and coming down the ice. Into your living room comes Gibbons with Westover all over him, and Luca comes away with it. They reverse it back. Westover once again. Now he chips it around to Scoleri. Scoleri, and then Luca. Luca now. He drives down, gets around the D, sends it back to Scoleri. The Rattlers come back the other way with it. And just outside of the zone. And we have a delayed offside as they had a hard time clearing the zone that time. 5:59 remaining here. Lansfield. He gets taken down. Now McDonald grabs it, takes a look. He tries to send it across, and out of the zone it goes to Serrani. Now Serrani sends it back to McDonald. McDonald sends it up to Sells. Sells now turns up the middle of the ice. He fires a shot. And we got a net off its moorings. With 5:21 remaining here in this period. On the draw, they look to control it. Leung chips it into the corner. Cohen now in behind the net with a Rattler all over him. And they look to try and bring it out of the zone. They push it up and deep into the zone they go. That's Jansen Serrani. Sells, chips it around Verity. And now they look to try and get it out. Just out of the zone, the delayed offside allows Duffield to grab it. Serrani sends it across to Leung. Back to Sells. Sells headmans it for Cohen. Cohen gets tripped up. And then into the corner it goes. Now they grab it. Serrani. He fires a shot. That hits a body or two. And Tennille Rodrigo sends it into the far corner. Sells grabs it. Sells. Sends it back. And now the Rattlers look to come out. Up the ice they go. Westover stops up behind his net. They flush him out. Cohen tries to headman it. That gets pushed back. Now Westover grabs it once again. He reverses it for Cohen. A little more time. Just rolls through his tip in front by Farnsworth, and Athison Yadis snags it out of the air with 3:52 remaining. To keep it 5-2. They send it back. Now McDonald comes down, tries to send it across, but they pick that one off. And it comes back the other way. Newell looks to get around Oosterhuis. He drives deep, but that long reach keeps the stick extended. Now he surveys the situation, sends it back to the point. A shot high. Athison Yadis covers that one up. And jumps on it quickly to negate any further scoring chances by the Rattlers. Now they send it back. Leung pushes it down the ice. And Scoleri, using that speed, tried to beat the icing, but he was a handful of steps behind the puck. On the draw again. They look to start it all over. They're in the corner. Luca and Leung are in there. Now they come away with it. McDonald. He throws a backhander up to Scoleri. Scoleri racing for the puck. Now they bring it back up the ice. Elude a couple of players, and now there's Leung uses his body and holds Gibbons off. And this time it just gets out of the zone. Now they try and send it back. Okay. Delayed offside once again. Now Leung grabs it, sends it back. Athison Yadis had to be sharp. His teammates testing him, thinking he hasn't had enough work. They'll have a conversation about that one later in the dressing room. Now they send it far side, St. John to McDonald. Another offside. Sometimes it's better to dig a direct line into the zone than walk across the blue line. .2:19 remaining in this third period. Now they push it around. Lansfield centers it for Sells. He tries to chip it high. That hits the shoulder of the goalkeeper and goes over the netting, over the glass and into the netting, my mistake. They push the draw back to Serrani. Serrani sends it across to Westover. He fires a low shot looking for a tip. Into the corner. Sells. A couple of guys on him. They try and come away. He picks it off once again. Now it comes out to Serrani at the red line. Now they try and create a turnover. This is Raj. He gets cut off there by a couple of guys. Now Lansfield, Jantz, and Cohen. And Cohen fires one just wide of the net. Sells now. Tries to get around a couple. And Raj creates the turnover. Lansfield looks like he's going to go off for body contact. With 1:21 remaining in this game. Duffield will look to end it, short-handed, and not give up a goal. They look to control things and set it up. Into the corner, they send it back to the point. They walk the line, a low shot, that gets pushed aside by Oosterhuis, and Leung fires it out in just inside the Rattlers zone with a backhander. Now, Newell sends it up. Farnsworth comes in. He stops up, loses an edge. Verity, he gets tied up, I think, with a high stick there. That gets pushed aside. Now, Bernacki in the corner. They send it back to the point. They push it into the corner. Gibbons sends it across. Athison Yadis with a big save to keep it out. Now Leung grabs it, and he sends it around. They push it back into the corner, and in behind the net is Farnsworth. He sends it up Teneo, Rodrigo, and Gibbons get tied up. Now they're in there. Tedesco grabs it. Tedesco sends it into the corner. Farnsworth sends it back to Newell. Into Tedesco. Oosterhuis. The buzzer sounds, and the Duffield Devils come away victorious with a 5-2 victory here this afternoon at Canlan York, Rink 4 against the Rattlers. We want to thank you all for tuning in this afternoon. Wherever you're watching from, good morning, good evening, good night. Elvis has left the building.